Well, I'm really honored to be here with all of you today. This has been a really inspiring event for me, and really the last month has been incredibly inspiring since I joined LifeWave. And it's really because, I knew of the innovation prior to joining. I'd heard of the powerful products. I'd heard of the unprecedented growth. But really being here with you this week and at the ribbon cutting events in Utah, the brand partners, I've really started to understand things beyond the product, beyond the innovation, and really understand the heart and the spirit that is LifeWave. And I want to thank you for that and for welcoming me into the LifeWave family. So I, along with the entire direct selling channel, have been watching LifeWave over the years and everything that you're doing and admiring and marveling and wondering how are they doing it. And I know that it's because of you. And that's why when Meredith reached out to me about a potential opportunity there, and I had the opportunity to speak with her and with David, the math was really easy to me. I'm doing marketing math again. David, Meredith, LifeWave, where do I sign? So I literally dropped everything and jumped at the chance to be part of what you are creating and have been creating here for the past 20 years. So I've been in direct selling for 23 years now, and I'm very passionate about this business model. I've seen it change so many lives, including mine. And over the 20 or so years, I've been fortunate to work at an Inc. 500 company and public direct selling companies and multi-billion-dollar direct selling companies. And over the last 3.5 years, I have been fortunate to host a direct selling podcast under the Direct Selling News banner, where I get to interview CEOs and presidents and other senior execs of other direct selling companies. And it's almost been about 100 at this point. Now, I'm only saying that to illustrate a point here. I've been able to be exposed to lots of companies in the channel and to lots of individuals in the channel. And I want to echo what Meredith said a little while ago. And that is, in all that time, I've never seen a visionary and an innovator like David Schmidt. And I've never seen a president that's more passionate about the business model and about brand partner success than Meredith. You're all a part of something very special. And I want to thank Meredith and David and the board for allowing me to join LifeWave and to be part of this next 20-year chapter, because I definitely know it's just getting started here. So while I'm the one up here today, I'm really here representing an entire department, a global department of passionate and dedicated and talented individuals, from copywriters and designers to digital marketers to promotions managers to content specialists and communications managers. You have an entire global team here that is really solely focused on supporting you and sharing LifeWave. And so coming into a marketing team that has accomplished so much, and by that I mean just keeping up with you. I mean, that's the full-time job enough of them trying to keep up with the incredible growth that you're generating from sharing with LifeWave with others. It's a little intimidating. And so I knew that my job number one was just to listen. Now, it's a very active process, not a passive process, but I wanted to listen and I wanted to understand. And one of the things that I've heard time and time again with every marketing meeting and every decision is, how does this help our brand partners? What can we do today to help our brand partners more? How can we help them build their businesses? Which has also been very moving and very, very touching for me. So I feel very lucky to be part of such an incredible marketing team. So really, those are our two main functions, to support you and to build the LifeWave brand. So I want to talk about what that means for a second, because brand is one of those maybe most confusing and misunderstood of all of marketing terms, because it gets overused and misapplied and it can mean everything. So I want to take a little bit in a minute just to talk about what a brand is and how we build the brands, because it can get so confusing. Now, it's almost easier to start with what a brand is not than to talk about what a brand is. So a brand is not a logo. Brand is not a tagline. It's not the latest campaign. So it's not found in a bottle or in a box or in a building, but it's found in our hearts and our minds. It's that little space that a brand owns inside someone's head, that when they hear the name, they think of all these incredible things. Essentially, your brand is your reputation. And we can think of a lot of companies that when you say the name of that company, you immediately think of a few certain words. And that's true for LifeWave as well. It's innovation, it's health, it's human potential. These are those things that define the brand and occupy those places in our minds and our hearts. So how do you build a brand? If that's what it is, if it lives in someone's mind and heart, how is it built? Well, brands are built through experiences. And so our job is to work to make sure every touch point across every area of the company, from how the phone gets answered, the website looks like, is this okay? You guys hear me? All of these are opportunities to build a brand. So marketing doesn't own the brand. We all own the brand. You own the brand, we own the brand, we all work together to build it. And there's an example that I want to share with you. So I grew up loving motorcycles ever since I was a little kid. I can't even count how many times I've wrecked, but I love motorcycles. Still to this day, I love that feeling of the open road, that feeling of freedom, of actually, not just steering something, but riding something, that feeling of the wind through my hair. It is my absolute favorite. Thank you. I didn't know how that was going to go over, so thank you very much. But one of the most iconic brands in the world is a motorcycle brand, and I want to use an example here. So how many Harley riders do we have here? Okay, you're going to love this. You know what I'm talking about. So several years ago, I was reading an article, and it was an interview with the CEO of Harley Davidson. And he was being interviewed about the state of the motorcycle manufacturing and sales industry. And the CEO of Harley kind of stopped the reporter and said, "Look, we don't sell motorcycles." And this definitely confused the reporter. And he kind of was going to humor him and say, "Okay, what do you sell?" And the CEO said, "We sell the ability for a 40-year-old accountant to dress in black leather and ride through towns on weekends and have people be afraid of them." So he knew it wasn't about getting from point A to point B. It wasn't about just the product. It was about the experience, that unique V-twin rumble, that feeling of rebellion that Harley represents. And the same is true for LifeWave. As I've come in and watched, there's no greater brand experience than LifeWave. From the way the product makes you feel, to this incredible community, to the way that you're changing lives around the world, and the way that you're helping people achieve their full potential. It's something that I'm very, very proud now to be part of. So thank you for doing that. But the greatest experience that anyone will ever have with the LifeWave brand is when they meet you. The Welcome Center is beautiful and amazing, and the headquarters are amazing, but the most important experience anyone will have is when they meet you and they hear of your personal stories and your experiences with the product and the success that you're finding with the business opportunity and the way that you're giving back and improving lives around the world. So let's all help create incredible brand experiences for LifeWave. So, do you guys want to see a brand touch point? A recent brand touch point here? The team's been working diligently on this. And so this is just one of the things the team's working on. You're going to see a lot coming out the next little while. But I'm going to pause for a second and let the video roll.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy for improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
So thank you, marketing team, for creating an incredible brand experience that you can share with people to introduce them to the benefits of the LifeWave patches. Okay, I'm going to keep jumping. I've got a couple of minutes left here. But this is such an exciting time to be a part of LifeWave. We're only 20 years in, but it's amazing the growth trajectory that's happening at this point. There's so many more incredible years ahead. And I just want to share a little bit about why I am so excited about the future with LifeWave here. So one, you heard David talk about the 7-year product roadmap, and that's a rolling calendar. David never stops innovating, he never stops developing, he never stops inventing. So we have incredible products coming down the pipe for years to come. You're part of the fastest growing company in one of the fastest growing segments of the entire economy. And by that I mean social selling. And the rest of the world is just starting to catch up to what direct selling is known for 120 years. The power of relationships, the power of our social connections. So a recent study just showed that 71% of us are more likely to buy a product or a service when we're introduced by a friend. That bodes really well for us. There's more people than ever that are looking for and open to additional forms of income. People need what LifeWave can bring. And the social selling, the global social selling commerce section is going to hit 1.2 trillion by 2025 and 3.8 trillion by 2030. And LifeWave is out there in the front, leading the pack on all of that. About a week into being at LifeWave, I had the opportunity to be at an event with David and Meredith. And we were at dinner that night, and I was getting to know them more and learning more about the company and all the things coming down the pipe that are so exciting. And they asked me, what do you think? And I said, LifeWave is a marketer's dream. To have the products, to have you, the people to support that are sharing it around the world, there's no other place I want to be. And I'm so excited to share with you so many of the things that the marketing team is working on this year. For us this year, excuse me, is really about evolving and elevating. So we want to make sure that everything we do, the brand, the website, every message that we sent out is just as good and incredibly powerful as the products. So, on behalf of all of us at the marketing department, we look forward to 2025 and the next 20 years to partnering with you to share and build the LifeWave brand. Thank you so much.